This video is going to cover how to launch a Netspectrum Ubuntu desktop in 3 different ways to connect to the remote desktop. So once you've selected the instance, you'll come to this page where the instructions and pricing details are listed. Please take a moment to read these through thoroughly, and then press continue to proceed. You'll come to a page where the sizes of the instances will be listed. The recommended size for this particular product is T3 large. If you want to further specify the aspects of your instance, you can press next, but for our purposes, we will just review and launch. Here you will review all the aspects of your instance and then press launch. A pop-up will ask you to configure a key pair. If you have never launched an instance before, you will need to create and download a new key pair. Once you have configured your key pair, you will launch and be brought to your confirmation page stating your instance has launched. If you are a first-time user, your screen will look a little different from ours because you will auto-subscribe to Netspectrum and it might take a little bit longer. Once your product has launched, you can scroll to the bottom and view your instance. Here you can see that it is running, but the status check is still initializing. Before you can connect to your desktop, you must wait for the status check to finish initializing. Now we can see here that the status checks are completed and you can now connect to your instance. The first and easiest way to connect is through your web browser. So go to your instance summary and copy your public IP version 4 address. You can paste in the search bar and it will redirect you to the VNC login page. But if you want the added feature of direct copy and paste as well as enhanced encryption, you should type in https:// and then paste the IP address. These features are available for version 18.04 and 20.04. For this demo, we are using HTTPS. Here you can see a privacy error message. Don't worry, the instance is secure. This is just due to the fact that this server does not have a registered SSL certificate. So to continue, press Advanced and then click Proceed to the website. Here we are at the login page. Click Yes to allow the site to see your clipboard. The password required is your instance ID, which can be found on your instance summary. Copy and paste to log in, and you should be able to see your desktop. Notice here the password change shortcut, which you can use to change your password from the instance ID to something else. In that case, your new password will take the place of your instance ID for any future logins. Here is also the shortcut to the support form. The first time will take a while to load. Here you can find FAQs and product announcements. The second way to connect to your desktop is via VNC. You can use any VNC application, but we're using Tiger VNC. Where it asks for your server address or computer or destination, anything of that like, you want to enter your public IP address. And after that, you want to follow it with a colon and the number 5900. This is the VNC port number. When it asks for your authentication or a password, enter the instance ID. Now, depending on the application, you may have to wait, but eventually you will arrive at your desktop. The third way to connect to your desktop is through RDP, which stands for Remote Desktop Protocol. Today, we're going to be using the one built into Windows 10, but before we attempt to connect through RDP, we must access the command line of the instance, whether through the previous 2 methods or using SSH, which is why we are starting here from Tiger VNC. The default user Ubuntu is always logged in via VNC, so in order to connect through RDP, we need to create a separate user. On the command line, run sudo space add user space and your new username. In our case, test. It will then ask you to enter a password for this new user. After that, you have to confirm this password, and then it will ask information about this user. We are just leaving it blank. Once you have confirmed this new user, now you can connect via RDP. Here in the search bar, you can look up remote desktop. And just like the VNC, you want to first enter your public IP address. Once you press connect, a warning will pop up. Once again, this is not a problem, and press yes to proceed. This should take you to another login page where you will enter the username you just created and the corresponding password. And now you should be connected to your desktop. RDP is currently available for version 18.04 and 20.04. An added feature of RDP is the ability to connect to local audio and microphone systems. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy our products, please leave a review on AWS Marketplace. If you have any additional questions and concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments below.